Imagine it's Monday morning, you found the perfect supplier for your business stock, or maybe it's the final day to pay your child's school fees. You open your banking app, you type in the amount, you hit transfer, and you wait. But instead of success, you're seeing a spinning wheel, then a red box, transaction failed. Contact your financial institution. You think it's network glitch, oh, so you try again. Failed. You try to buy airtime. Failed. Panic starts to set in. You call your bank, and after 20 minutes on hold, the agent tells you four words that make your heart sing. Your account is restricted. No money, no email, just a total lockdown on your own hard earned money. Now, most of us believe that the PND or account block only happen to people doing Yahoo Yahoo or shady business. But I'm a financial researcher, and I'm here to tell you that in 2026, the rule of the game have changed. The Central Bank of Nigeria has just released an addendum to the BVN framework and new instant payment guidelines that are designed to trap anyone who does not understand the new technology. If you make one simple mistake, like changing your phone, losing your SIM card, or even just having an old BVN, you could be flagged as a fraudster by an AI algorithm and locked out of the banking system for days. Today, I'm breaking down the four new rules going live this May 4th and the invincible July 1st deadline that will permanently change how you use your phone to bank. If you don't watch this to the end, you're literally gambling with your access to your own money. Before we dive into this first rule, I want you to tell me a story in the comment. Have you ever been stranded because of a bank network issue? Tell me your story in the comment. And if you value your financial freedom and want to stay ahead of all these updates, hit the subscribe button right now and join our community. We don't just save money here, we protect our money. Are you ready? Let's look at number one, the end of the multiple phone era. On March 12, 2026, the CBN Director of Payment System Policy, Musa Jimo, issued a circular that is about to change your digital life. It's called mandatory device binding. Now, what does that mean? It means that from now on, your banking app is married to one specific piece of hardware. Gone are the days where you had your Opay or Zenith app on your main phone, your spare Android, and your iPad all at once. The CBN has realized that fraudsters love parallel logins. If they get your password, they just log on in their own phone while you're still logged in on yours. To stop this, the CBN says one account, one app, one device, no exception. But here is where it gets dangerous for you. Our new banking system are now empowered by enterprise fraud monitoring AI. This AI is trained to look for session hijacking. If you try to log into your bank on a new phone without probably deregistering the old phone, the AI does not see a customer upgrading their phone, it sees a hacker trying to take over an account. And because the new rules require real time flagging, the system will not wait to ask questions. It will trigger an automatic 24-hour freeze on your outflow. Imagine being at a car dealership or a land closing, you just got a new phone, you try to pay, and boom! The AI locks you off for 24 hours because it thinks you're being robbed. You're literally stranded with your own money because of a security rule. So, how do you avoid this? You need to follow what I call the clean switch protocol. Number one, the registration step. Before you put your SIM card into a new phone, go into the settings of your bank app on the own phone, look for device management or link devices, and click remove this device. Never, I mean never switch your banking phone on a day you have major transaction. The new law allows bank to cap your transfers at 20K for the first 24 hours of a new deactivation. And for business owner, if you have a POS manager who has your login details on their phone, stop it immediately. This is now an instant red flags for all the CBN's AI. If the AI sees your account active on 2, it will shut down to protect you. Now let's talk about the rule that is going to cost the most premium tiers in Nigeria this year. The CBN has officially capped transactions for newly activated mobile banking apps at 20K. You heard me correctly, 20K. In this economy where a bag of rice is nearly 100K and a flight ticket is even more, the CBN says if you just downloaded your bank app on a new phone, you cannot move more than 20K. This will not be suggestion, no. It's a mandatory baseline security requirement issued in the March 12 circular. Banks have until July 1st to fully implement this, but many are already activating it now to avoid CBN Wahala. The CBN is splitting this lockdown into two categories, and you need to know which one you fall in. For new account, if you open a brand new account online after July 1st, your inflows and outflow are capped at 20K for the first 24 hours. You cannot receive a million naira into that new account without it being flagged or restricted. And for your already existing users, this is where most of us will get caught. If you're an existing customer and you just bought a new phone, activated your app, your outflow is capped at 20K for that first day. Now imagine you're at the hospital or a car lot ready to make a big payment. You just switched your SIM into your new phone. You try to pay 50K, denied, 500K, denied, you're stuck because of the 24-hour security cooling off period you did not see coming. Why is the CBN so wicked? It's because of the enterprise fraud monitoring. Data shows that 90% of unauthorized transfer happen within the first few hours of fraudsters getting access to your app on a new device. By forcing a 20K limit, they'll make it unprofitable for a thief to steal your phone. The deadline for every single bank, GT, Zenith, Opay, Moniepoint to have this 100% active is July 1st, 2026. By that date, the AI mentoring system must be live and direct. If your bank has not limited you, don't relax. They are currently upgrading their services as we speak. Now, rule number three is this one is going to make you feel like you're in a sci-fi movie. It's the mandatory liveness check. In the past, if you wanted to reactivate a dormant account or upgrade your tire on an app like Opay or Moniepoint, they will send you an OTP and maybe ask you for your mother's maiden name. But according to the March 2026 CBN standard, OTPs are no longer enough. The CBN has realized that fraudsters can intercept your SIMs, but they can't easily see your face. So now, any high risk action on your account, like reactivation or upgrading your limits, require a real time biometric scan. This is a 3D scan where an app asks you to blink, turn your head, or smile to prove you're a living, breathing human being. Here's the part where most people are getting blocked. The scan is not just for bank records, it is matched instantly against the NIBSS and NIMC. That's your NIN and BVN. Now, if your BVN were registered in 2014, 12 years ago, and you've gained weight, changed your hair, or simply aged, the AI might say does not match. If the AI fails to verify you three times, the system doesn't just try again. It marks the attempt as an identity spoofing attack and places your BVN on a temporary 24-hour watch list. Imagine being logged out of your bank account for 24 hours because your BVN photo is old or your room was too dark for the camera to see you properly. Now, to avoid this, you need to do these two things before May 1st and the July 1st implementation peaks. But one is a lighting check. Never do your liveness check in a car, in a dark room, or with heavy features on your face. You need natural, bright light so that the AI can see your features clearly. Now, about the BVN, if you know your BVN photo is from your secondary school days, go to your bank now, ask for a data update, and have them take a fresh, high definition biometric capture. This one can save you from a week of identity verification hell later this year. Lastly, for the dormant account, the CBN just waived the affidavit requirement for dormant account, making it easier to get your money back. But the bad news, you must still pass the biometric liveness test to prove the money is yours. Now we've saved the most serious rule for the last. If you think the 20K limit is bad, wait until you hear this. According to the addendum to the revised regulatory framework for BVN operations, effective May 1st, 2026, any amendment to the phone number linked to your BVN shall be allowed only once in your lifetime. Let us sink in. This is not a once a year rule, it is once in your entire life. The CBN is turning your phone number into a permanent financial fingerprint. They realize that the weakest link in Nigerian banking is the SIM card. Fraudsters steal your SIM, they change the BVN, they empty your life savings. To stop this, the CBN is basically saying choose your number wisely because you're stuck with it. Well, here's the danger for the average Nigerian. What happens if you lose your phone? What happens if your service provider recycles your number because you don't use it for 90 days? Or what if you move to a new network for better data? If you've already used your one-time change and something happens to your SIM, you're entering a world of regulatory pain. You might be forced to appear in person at the CBN office at what's called affidavit just to prove you're who you say you are. Without a linked number, you cannot receive OTPs, you cannot authorize high value transfers, and you cannot recover your digital banking apps. You are effectively locked out of the modern economy. Now, audit your link. Check right now which number is actually linked to your BVN. Is it your primary number or an alternate SIM you barely use? Ensure that your SIM is properly registered with your NIN. If it's not your name, you cannot welcome back that SIM if it's stolen and you cannot recover it. You're forced to use your one-time change. Treat your bank linked SIM like a land title. Don't use it for random registration or suspicious website. Keep it active, keep it funded, and for heaven's sake, don't lose it. We have covered a lot today, and then the message from the CBN is very clear. The era of casual digital banking is over. It's now about total security and total accountability. If you found this breakdown helpful, please do two things. First, share this with at least one person. Second, subscribe to my channel.